Welcome back to the Lost Prairie. Thanks for coming out. It's time. Vernal equinox was yesterday. It's technically spring. So we got to move that pile of cordwood right there underneath that canoe over there. Keep the drying process. This is still really wet. It's elm. It's going to take all summer. We'll get it off the ground. We'll get it under the canoe. We'll get some wind blowing through there and some sun shining down and warming up that canoe. And we'll get this dried out for this fall. Come on, let's do it together. I'm going to use the double chuck method here. We'll throw this twice to get over by the canoe, but the main thing is we've got to get this cordwood off of the grass. You can mess around all winter. The ground's frozen, doesn't hurt the turf at all, but boy, once spring is here and the frost is out of the ground, if you don't get this cordwood off of there, we'll have a mess on our hands. We'll have a mud hole, the grass won't grow, it'll look just terrible. So we're going to put it under that canoe, and we'll use that canoe as a little of a solar dryer. But mission accomplished already. We got the yard cleaned up and ready to go. So you can tell this is ash. See where the borer was in here? So the larva eats its way back and forth. That's what kills the tree. And on the outside, you can see where they come out or go in. Probably go in there and came out there. And the woodpeckers come and try to get at them, which is maybe a blessing, right? But they pull off this bark. So if you see the white, you know the ash borer is at work. Tragic. American tragedy, right? Here's the pile. We got her moved. Here's the second chuck, and I get a little smarter here. I need the longer cordwood to be on the bottom of the stack here so it doesn't tip over. So I start throwing the longer ones over, and then I'll throw the shorter ones up on top. Two sizes of cordwood here. Not all this stuff is 16 inches. Some of it's a foot. And I just use my outdoor rec fireplace, so I don't need big, huge cordwood here. And it's a tight squeeze. You'll see here in a second. Between the canoe and the shed, there's only a little space, so I can't throw the whole pile down there. So I throw down a few at a time, and then I start stashing them, and oh, does this canoe do a good job drying out this wood. The canoe heats up from the sun in the summer, and the wind blows through there, and it's like a mini outdoor kiln. That should dry real nice. Got a lot of room for airflow. Look at that one. I'll stick the tripod down there. Whoops. What did Mark Twain say? He knew guys that could stack a cord of wood that you could throw a cat through. What the heck? What was the guy thinking there? I could probably tuck one in there. I probably will. So let's fill in this in. So this is that elm. See, no, there's a gallery there. Oh, this maybe is ash. I think it's elm. You can see some bug holes in it. So this might even have the Dutch elm disease, I'm not sure. We'll sacrifice a couple pieces to keep it off the ground. It's a sad thing, but sometimes you gotta do it, right? I don't have any more 2x4s or anything. So we'll just go like that. Put some of these little ones in there. Try to keep them off the ground. Yeah. Oh, I think I know what some of you are thinking. Bark up, bark down. It doesn't matter in this application. This wood's off the ground. It's under the canoe. The canoe's going to heat up. And then I'm going to have some thermal air, some wind, some breezes, whatever you want to call it, flowing through the pile, drying this wood out real nice. Squirrels like to hide in here too. They run for cover, they go in here. I think raccoons come through here. I'm not a huge fan of raccoons, but they're around. I don't know, I never see birds in here when I got wood under here. Come on back, come on back. There's a spider. Well, we were pretty close. Pretty close. We got about 10 left. I'll go look. I'll show you what I got left here in a minute. We moved that pile pretty good. You guys can probably see better than me. So here's the inside of that ash. Hope you guys can see that, but you see the galleries. Just a tragedy. What a sad thing to lose that ash tree. Now, are they all gone forever? I don't know. We thought the Dutch elm disease was going to kill all the American elms, and it didn't. They still grow pretty good. They don't get huge, but they still grow. So maybe the ash will come back. I don't know. I hope so. Like that. Here's what we got left. Oh, so close. I probably could rearrange that and get them in, but we're not gonna. So we got a nice stash, wreck-fired wood. So the ash is showing 16% on the split, and about the same, 16% on the end. And the elm, which I can feel is moisture, has more moisture, is at 19% on the split, and it's about 20% on the end. And then who knows, you guys remember this is all just in that pile in the yard, so it wasn't, not all of it was off the ground, but it definitely started to dry. When you cut elm, it's just wet. I mean, you can just feel it, and the aroma's gone. So it started the drying process. You saw a lot of it, the bark came off already. Well, that concludes today's video. I really appreciate you guys being out here on the Lost Prairie with me. Helps me get the work done. Thinking about you and what you might want to know. We'll be back real soon with another project.